Alright guys, I'm back. I've haven't recorded a video in a while. I just finished watching episode 3 of The Bad Batch. I've watched all 3 episodes to date. It's something that I've thought about for a while and I want to tell you guys. I think Omega's force sensitive. Each member of The Bad Batch has their own thing. I'm believing, I'm pretty sure others have, that Omega's force sensitive. If you want to know, well, if she's force sensitive, stay tuned. Greetings, citizens of the galaxy. Welcome.
All right, troops, make it count.
Good soldiers follow orders.
You're with the best strike team in the galaxy.
Who we truly are is defined by our actions.
So yeah, I'm kind of like trying to keep it low because it's 3:45 a.m. and I'm trying to get this episode recorded. So what I've done before, if you guys haven't seen me, I usually do summarize the episode and I go through it. Kind of didn't enjoy doing that, and it kind of made me hate doing these reviews, so all I want to do is talk about it. If you haven't seen The Bad Batch, come back and see it. If you're hoping me to summarize it, go for somebody else for that. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and that's it, so we can keep these videos short and sweet and to the point. I've seen the first 3 episodes. The best one was the first one. 75 minutes, you got a little bit of, the end of Revenge of Sith, Order 66, from Caleb Doom, aka Kanan Jarrus' perspective. We got introduced to Omega. Second episode was getting the Bad Batch used to Omega, and then now it's kind of sinking in Crosshair's betrayal and the Bad Batch. And Omega's difference, like Omega's fitting in really with them when Crosshair's like, with complete strangers, and you feel they're like the exact polar opposites. Omega's becoming very accepted by the Bad Batch, and Crosshair's almost even disrespected in this episode, but he's got his loyalty chip. So we're seeing also, which is most interesting I think about this series, that everyone, when I was growing up and we went to the original trilogy, the prequels, we want to know, well, when the Republic changed into the Empire, when did they stop using clone troopers? And this is like a big part of this backstory, which is explored. We start seeing the formation of the military. I'm thinking the first Imperial Admiral that we saw today in this episode. I forgot what his name was. I'm kind of like a little tired, but so we start to see more of that. I thought we would see a little bit more of hints or Easter eggs of Omega's force sensitivity, like we saw in the first episode, with her kind of always knowing what the right thing to do was, knowing how someone's kind of feeling and being right there. But I thought this one, they had to back off with that, but they'll have more stuff to come. In the first episode, we saw that. We saw all the hints there. Omega pushes the action forward, like Finn was pushing the action forward. Finn met Rey, like you can kind of see that the Force is in the background, because it is in Star Wars, but it's pushing us forward. So Omega tells them, hey, look, it's a trap. It's a trap, because she knew. Then she also goes to when they're all in the little makeshift prison in the first episode, tells Crosshair, look, I think I know what you're about to do. I hope you don't do it, but I also understand that you don't have a chance. You don't have a choice. And in this episode, she's explaining that, she doesn't have a choice, but we also let to know, we'll put a kink in this maybe, that she knows, because she helped. Not Lama Sue was the female one who was a scientist in this, and Omega was the assistant to her. She's a defective clone number 5, so we still don't know what is going on, but it looks like the Kaminoans are not just going to be pushed aside, because they were already told that their contract's null and void because they're the Empire now instead of the Republic, and that's who the Kaminoans had the contract with. But we're starting to see that there's something else in hand, so I think whatever project the Kaminoans have is going to explain what makes Omega special. It's interesting, right? So she's the last of the defective clones, the so-called defective enhanced clones, the Bad Batch. And her code name is Omega. Well, it looks like, according to the Kaminoans, those regular clones they had were the first stage of something they had planned that had to change because of their relationship kind of being cut short. We also in this episode see what's interesting. It looks like I was gonna say Delta Squad because they mentioned the squad. It's gonna be Elite Squad of Troopers. I think this is Delta Squad. It reminded me because it looks like the outfits from Delta Squad from Rogue Squadron, Republic Commandos video game. We'll see if they mention it. They also looked like the Death Troopers, so we'll see how that pans out. But overall, I've liked it. I think people might be expecting a lot bigger things, but there are things in there. They're little juicy tidbits. And as what they've been doing so far, I think you can expect that with a lot of Disney properties, when you play them together, all these episodes are meant to play together like one movie. Like one big long movie. With The Mandalorian, every single episode had its own kind of thing, and they flowed well together if you ever go back and watch them. I think this is especially meant for this as well. What's different from this than, of course, previous Clone Wars, as most of you guys know, the Clone Wars, if you watch them, if you haven't watched them before, they're out of order. You have to watch them in a chronological order for them to flow. I didn't know that until that chronological order was later released in Star Wars News Net. When I saw it, and I went back to watch it, and it flowed a lot better. What's better with these new, starting with season 7, is that these flow a lot better because they're actually going in chronological order from what we see. But who knows? They could be doing it out of order, which I don't think they will be. It's interesting. We're getting little tidbits. We got a lot in the first episode, 79 minutes. I'm wondering if the final season season finale is going to have like a long episode too. And I think this possibly can go multi-episodes. But these are just things that I'm thinking right now. Tell me what you guys thought about episode 3. It's great to see Tarkin being a big part of it. I felt that, of course, in the original trilogy, Tarkin did not have a lot of time to shine. We've seen a little bit. We've seen some of him in Rebels, in Clone Wars when he was younger. But I think he's going to be the kind of presence in here. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting what is going on there, and we can learn more about cloning because cloning thing, if you think about it, it's been a big topic since we found out about Snoke and in Vader's comic. We found out that Snoke was cloned from Luke's hand without saying it directly. But we found out in the Darth Vader comics about that. And then we see clones in the Mandalorian. So it's like this has constantly been a thing. And little by little, we're going to learn more and more about certain things that they were doing. So I'm looking forward to finding out what the Kaminoans are up to. I'm also looking forward to find out what makes Omega special, which I think two will tie together, and learning more and watching the Imperial military being built up, moving away from the cloners. Also finding out how Rex survived. Now, of course, we know that guy with the white beard in Revenge in Return of the Jedi. I was about to call Revenge of the Jedi. Had a different name, but according to a kid's book, it's been confirmed that is Rex. That was Dave Filoni's inspiration to make that. Forgot what his original name was. Well, how did he live so long? What kind of things allowed them? Is the chip what accelerates the clone's growth? It was made with. I went back on the episode and watched where the thing where Fives and a friend of his, Top, had the chip in there. And he finds out that it's made with cells and kind of like some tech. So I'm interested in learning more. It's really, really good series. I like the Bad Batch. They're scrappy, you know, and Omega is endearing. You know, it's not like they're really babysitting so much. It seemed like in the second episode where they're just kind of trying to find their footing with each other. But I'm looking forward to seeing more. Guys, let me know where your excitement level is. And like I said, doing the videos the way I do them until I actually start putting my face out there require a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is just make these like podcast episodes. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, I could get them to you faster this way. And let me know how excited you guys were. Tell me what you like, what you haven't liked, who's your favorite character. Comment in the space below who's your favorite character in the Bad Batch. Who is the most baddest of the Bad Batch. Alright? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And may the Force you will further your destiny.